Good afternoon from Asheville, North Carolina, the U.S. Cellular Center located in the heart of downtown, the site of today's semifinals for the women's side of the Southern Conference Tournament. We've got 4th seed Appalachian State and the #1 overall seed and a 27-win team, the Lady Mocs of Chattanooga. We get a look at the brackets and how they've arrived here, but not just number 1 versus 4 in our first semifinal, but see the bottom 2 versus 3, Davidson and Elon. Chalk has held true to get into this semifinal rounds. Welcome inside. Thanks for joining us. Darren Goldwater and Robin Muller. So happy that you are joining us because we've got a treat for you today, and it's a rematch of last year's semifinal.
And a grudge match all the way around. Appalachian State and UTC have developed a rivalry of one of the best in the nation, if not just in the conference. And Chattanooga wants to reclaim some victory after last year's semifinal loss to Appalachian State.
There were plenty of preseason expectations for both teams, probably more so for Appalachian State, believe it or not, but they've tailed off a little bit here at the end.
They have. They struggled a little bit, and part of that is taking care of the ball. In the quarterfinals, they had 25 turnovers, 14 of those from their top 2 players, Courtney and Anna Freeman, the seniors. They're going to have to be able to take care of the ball and handle pressure. Chattanooga, on the other hand, one of the best defensive teams in the country, leads the league in scoring defense. They're not going to allow a lot of points, so look for that tough defense versus an offense if they can take care of the ball for App State. 2
great teams today, anchored by 2 great players, 2 of the best players in the history of the Southern Conference. We start with Anna Freeman for the Mountaineers.
Anna Freeman does the intangible. She really does it all. She can hit from the outside.
And a look at your starting lineups for the first of 2 semifinals today. For Appalachian State, Bria Huffman is in the starting lineup today. She will be making her 2nd consecutive start here in the Southern Conference Tournament. They're anchored by the big 3, though, the Mariah Sidnor and then the 2 Freemans. Christopher gets help in the backcourt from Alex Black, who really had a nice game yesterday, 13 points against Georgia Southern. What a year it's been for the Lady Mocs of Chattanooga, and it's Appalachian State looking to end what has been a storybook ride. The Lady Mocs have won 17 straight. They have lost just 3 times all year. Mountaineers no slouch themselves. A 20-win season, lost just 9 times, and a lob down low for Anna Freeman, who's tied up, last touch by Chattanooga.
You're going to see a lot of that high-low from Appalachian State. They do have a similar size matchup as Chattanooga, and Anna Freeman is going to be one of those go-to on the inside.
Just 4 seconds to shoot. Bria Huffman has to hoist one up, and it'll be a shot clock violation on the opening possession of the game for Appalachian State and Darcy Vincent. Her 5th year with the Mountaineers, at one point was back-to-back Southern Conference Coach of the Year. How about the keys for Darcy Vincent?
Well, Darcy Vincent's team's going to need to take those high percentage shots, which means getting the ball to those post players, looking for the interior before they look for the exterior shot.
Speaking of the interior, one of the best post players in the league starts the scoring, Ashlyn Dewart.
Ashlyn Dewart is a tough matchup for anybody in the league because of her size on the inside, but it's also her agility. She has great foot speed, and she knows how to find the rim when she gets the ball within the paint.
Bria Huffman again, and now Courtney Freeman. Courtney took an extra step, back-to-back turnovers for the Mountaineers, something that'll certainly please this year's Southern Conference Coach of the Year. 6th time Wes Moore has earned the honor. This now his 15th season with the Lady Mocs. How about his keys?
Well, Wes Moore's team needs to get to the free throw line. They do well when they can convert, and it's a matter of putting the ball on the deck and taking it to the hole.
Entry pass for Taylor Hall, deflected and taken away by Kelsey Sharkey, 3rd in the league, averaging 2.5 steals a game.
There you see Chattanooga in that stingy man-to-man defense. They did get a turnover, turned it right back over. Kylie Lambert couldn't quite handle it, trying to get through traffic.
Raven Gary eventually finds a little bit of space. She ties the game from the free throw line.
Raven Gary's played well in the previous games against Chattanooga. She uses the high ball screen, and when the defense went below, she just came inside the arc and pulled up for that easy jumper.
Here's Lambert getting lost at the three-point line, following her own shot and deflecting it down there to do it, and it's Sharkey who gets her hands on one again.
Sharkey also good on the interior. She's 10th all-time at Southern Conference in rebounds and steals, so she's going to get her hand on some and certainly works hard on the boards. Mariah Sidnor, the sophomore for Appalachian State, number 24. Last year, 40 points in the conference tournament, 30 of them against this Chattanooga team in the semifinals.
Another three try for Kylie Lambert. She connects this time. It's her 20th of the year. A lot of different players can hit the three for Chattanooga, none more so than her teammate, Caleb Christopher, who you've already touched on.
And that is the 430th consecutive game for Chattanooga with a made three-pointer. Probably an unofficial national stat of top 10 in the country.
Bria Huffman being very aggressive here in the outset.
Bria Huffman, the freshman, getting some starts here in the tournament. And there's Kayla Christopher. As she put it on the deck, she will put this team on her back if she has to try to get Chattanooga into the finals.
Now it's Raven Gary. Interesting that the guards of Huffman and Gary are the ones really taking the majority of the shots in the opening 3 minutes and change, and not the likes of Anna Freeman and Courtney Freeman and Mariah Sidnor.
Well, in a scouting report, you would say that those were the three that you would key on defensively, and that's just the case. So those guards for Appalachian State are going to have to score in order to open up the inside, in order to open up the big three for some shots.
Here's Courtney Freeman coming in now for Sidnor. This will stay with Chattanooga. There's 12 seconds on the shot clock. It'll be the junior out of Memphis, Alex Black, and a couple of extra passes down to another Tennessee native, Taylor Hall, who rims out the jump shot.
Taylor Hall is the forward player, normally can hit that shot, maybe a little flat on the first shot of the game for her, but she also has range. She can step back behind the arc. It's good patience by Chattanooga to move the ball.
Huffman continues to be aggressive, and she's got 4.
Well, there's obviously a reason that Darcy Vincent inserted her into the starting lineup of late, and that's because of her aggressiveness and looking for her shot. She certainly hasn't been afraid to take it.
Averages 7 minutes a game through the duration of the entire season.
Anna Freeman trying to create, putting the ball on the floor on the baseline, gets too far under the basket, and that forces yet another turnover. And again, turnovers can be a factor for Appalachian State. As many as they force, almost 22 a game, they've turned it over that many of late.
Freeman came back with the block. Sharkey with the second block of the possession. And it'll be Appalachian State ball. The offense may not have been crisp, but Appalachian State's defense is keeping them in the game. So is the start for Bria Huffman. They're down by 1.